Okay, so what we're gonna try to do today is we're gonna try and break into Reis's house. But this is the place.
This is the place. Test.
Bruh, we did
This
it.
is my garage. Light switch. Alec installed a mega light
Nice.
so I can see. And then this is the oh yeah, they got it pretty clean.
Nice.
So yeah, and they left all the appliances. So this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. I have a ton of cabinetry. They left me a panini press that they wasn't even sure was theirs. Because when Alec had a roommate, they think it was his, and he left without it, but it stayed, so now it's mine. There's 2 bedrooms on the main level here. They're not huge, but... So this one's gonna be the office, where I put all my nerd gear and my art stuff. They left me a dresser. And then the bathroom. That, just a nice little, not a huge bathroom, but a decent one. Then downstairs bathroom is going to be the nice one. This is the other bedroom. Each bedroom's got a closet, which is nice. Oh, they left shelving in there too. I'm going to be finding all kinds of little goodies. So yeah, I've got an island, and what I really like about this island is so we put this island in ourselves, and then Alec's friend, who is big into guns, got us 2 unfinished gun stocks, rifle stocks, and so that's what the legs are for this island, are uncut rifle stocks. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
And then, oh yeah, but we took old trim from the house originally, and then we made a light out of it to cover the island. So this right here is the old doorbell in the middle that we tied on there.
Nice.
And then we took old ductwork strapping and made it look like industrial. And we took old washers from the lights and put them around the cords here. And we used original nails from like the trim and the ductwork and everything and put it in there, and all the old wood from the house. So this is all like original except for the pendants. It's all from the old house originally. So that was a fun project. So this will be the main living room here. We've got all the walls textured and painted and everything. But this is gonna be the living room, so this is gonna be all carpeted. And I'll be able to put a TV either here or here. We got a secret little cubby. This is some other stuff yet, but we got a secret little cubby under the stairs. That'll be for like blankets and such. And then we put in the master bedroom here is what it's gonna be. So we've got, this is about the same size as the upstairs bedrooms, but this has a walk-in closet that we moved, which is huge. And we got an awesome bifold door from Habitat for Humanity. So this thing was only like $5. But it matches the rest of the house, so we're gonna clean it up and put that in there. We've done so much in this house. It looks nothing like it used to. And then yeah, they swept up in here and everything, thank goodness. Yay. So, and they left me a washer and a dryer. It's got a relatively new water heater that's gas that goes out the roof. We had to put that in as well. We had to reroute all the ductwork because the ductwork was like hanging below the rafters and everything as like a big octopus thing, and it looked out awful. So like this soffit here that runs all along here is what we reduced the ductwork to. And it was like spread out. So just imagine like an arm coming from behind you there, going all the way across up to here underneath all the joists. So we had to take all of those out, like one arm for each of the vents, and we had to take those out and then convert it all into one trunk line and then put branches off of that.
Dang.
Sucked. All the doors in, except for the exterior doors, and then the doors that'll go in the bedroom and bathroom are original, so we saved all of those because this was built in like, I want to say like 1911.
Ooh.
Now, it's an old house.
Ooh.
It's an old house. So we've got a lot of like original stuff in here that we had to fix. Obviously, ductwork was a little newer, but it's pretty funny because so the original layout of this house, there were no walls in the basement. It was all just concrete and everything. And then behind you, Kyle, see that big black pipe coming out of the wall?
Yeah.
Or out of the floor, I should say. So right here, the original owners, I guess technically they were renters, had just like a square box that was lifted like 6 inches off the floor. And then on top of that, they had a shower. They took like one of those one-piece showers, set it on there, but didn't tie it to anything. So it's just walls flopping around. And then they had a shower head coming out, but it was so high off the ground, your head was between the joists when you're taking a shower, and the faucet's like down here. So you're showering like this with your head between the joists. It was awful, and then we took it out. There's a rat this big, without the tail, living underneath that thing.
Bruh.
And it had stolen their laundry, it had stolen their food, and just packed it underneath that shower. This place was a disaster.
Oh.
When we first got it. But we took care of all that, killed the rat, that was good.
How?
Mouse traps, my friend, big ones. We said, it was hilarious, because we didn't know there was a rat until my little brother Jace was helping us in the basement. He goes downstairs, we hear, holy crap! We're like, what the heck? He comes around upstairs, he's like, there's a huge rat down there, huge! He's like, the thing's like this big, and he's freaking out. It's hilarious. I had never seen him react to an animal like that before, but so funny. So we bought a ton of huge like rat traps and everything, and we had him caught within a week. But he was big.
Dang.
And I just noticed, Alec and Brianna left me a little Easter egg. Weep, weep, weep. So yeah, and then so the basement was pretty much just like you see it, but without walls, and then obviously that horrible shower. Horrible shower. We're gonna cover the stairs with the flooring that's upstairs because we have extra. But I want to kind of show you what the layout of the house was originally. Okay. So you come in here, and it was pretty much like it is now, except this little shorter wall went all the way to the ceiling. And then you come in, and there was an arched doorway. So like every doorway was arched. There was no door in it, but it was like an arched opening. And you come in here. This wall was all the way across. There was no door because there was no deck. It was just a wall going across. And then you turn here, and right about here was the wall for the kitchen. So that's like a 4-foot space from the stairs to here. I believe it was fridge, oven, and stove all fit in like this area right here, from here to there. And then there was a wall coming across, again, closing it off with another arched doorway. And then you come in here.
Oh, good grief.
There was a window going out that way. I should probably precursor this by saying there was no garage.
Ooh.
We built the garage. So there was a window going out to nothing there. And then this was a tiny little room with a wall coming from here all the way across, meeting with that wall. Another arched doorway going into here. And then you have this crappy living room that was in here. And every single wall in this house was covered in plaster. And for those of you who don't know what plaster works like, you have the studs, the boards going up and down to frame the wall. Then you have little shim boards going the whole length, and they're 1-inch boards, and they're a 1/4 inch apart, and they go up the whole length of the wall. And they're like this thick. And then they spread mud over top of that, and then they paint it. We took all of that out.
How long did that take?
This took us weeks.
Bruh.
We got the place, Alec hadn't moved in, and we said, Alec, you can't move into this place until it's livable, because it was not livable. And when we got it. And so we just started off, we're like, we're just going for it. So we started by just taking a hammer and hitting all the walls and just plaster pouring off the walls. You have to break all the boards. We had to take the walls out. And in order to take the walls out, we had to put a beam in the ceiling, which is why you're seeing some of this cracking, because the ceiling has shifted since then. So we got to go back and kind of retie it to the beam. The beam isn't moving, but the ceiling, the plaster on the ceiling kind of is. And that's why it's kind of got that crack in it. So we're going to fix that, but all of the plaster had to come off. It was in every single bedroom. it was just, the chimney for the house was here, and it came out to about here, so it's like half of the hallway distance that you could, and then the wall came in here, and then it was a tiny little bathroom. It was much smaller. I think we brought this wall out, if I remember correctly. So we made the bathroom bigger. Because there was only room for like a pedestal sink in here. Because it was like a pedestal sink, which is only like 2 foot wide, and then the toilet right next to it. And the toilet was so close to the tub that when you sit on the toilet, you could rest your arm inside the tub. It was that close. It was bad. And so we made the bathroom bigger. We managed to get rid of the chimney, which was all cement block. So we had to pull all the cement block out of the basement and throw that away, which I think we have some of it in the backyard. So we had to take all of that out. We had to convert the water heater to a gas water heater and pump that out the ceiling. What else did we do? We did so much stuff, it's hard to keep track. We had to re-drywall because we got rid of the plasters. We had to put drywall on everything. We had to texture everything. Texture the ceiling, which had popcorn on, texture by the way, so we had to scrape all of that off first.
Ooh.
And then retexture, crow's foot on there. We had to take off all the trim, sand it, and like refurbish it because it was bad, it was scuffed up. But all of the trim and doors that you see is original, so we managed to get it to look pretty good.
Alright.
But so yeah, we basically, this whole main level looks nothing like it did because it was all like wallpaper and plaster and white, and because it was white and the people who lived in it before was like, they were slobs, so it was just like handprints streaking down the wall and dirt, and you would walk up to a wall and you would touch it and it'd be like sticky. This place was a disaster. So we completely just redid everything. And I'm so glad we did, because now I get to live in a nice place. And yes, we added the garage. So the garage, okay. I said it didn't have a garage, but it technically did, if you like stretch the term garage a long ways. It had a little hovel on the side of it that barely, so like if I were to walk into it, I'd have to go like this because the joists were like touching my head. And it could barely fit like my car, which is a 99 Toyota Camry. It's like a small car. Barely fits in there. And we go in there, and the whole reason we found this house is because the original owner was like, hey, he was renting it out, and they needed to fix a leak in the garage. They're like, yeah, we got a small leak in the garage, we want it fixed. We come over there, and we're like, okay, we gotta find the leak. We step in there, we're like, I think I found it. Step up on the roof, foot goes through the roof. It was so rotten. We tore off the garage, which wasn't even tied to the house, by the way.
Bruh.
We could walk up to it, go like this, and the whole thing, all 3 walls were just going like this. And we could just push the thing over. So we pushed it over. We dug out all the crappy concrete. We poured an entire new bed of concrete with footings that went 5 feet down into the ground. We had to dig that.
Dang.
Around the perimeter. So that's about a foot wide of concrete going 5 foot down underneath the pad, so that doesn't move. So we had to dig all that and then pour all that. And then we built the garage, laced the siding in so that it matched. There was also a window in the bathroom, which we took out and covered up. And then, so yeah, because we built that new garage, we had to take that window out. So we took that out, re-walled it, put a garage on that actually fits a car now. And it's great. We re-roofed the whole house. We built the deck. Our next project is to finish the basement and then re-pour the driveway.
All right.
Which is gonna be a lot of work. But we're close with the basement because I just got to do carpeting, flooring, tile the bathroom, put in the vanities and stuff, and drop ceiling to cover up all the plumbing and stuff.
All right.
It's pretty close, and if I think about it a lot, there's not much original stuff on the house.
It's basically a new house.
It's basically a new house.
Cool. I like this place now.
It's cozy.
Yeah.
It's very cozy, and the only thing that I'm a little iffy on is because, like, it's been getting better, but the rough neighborhood of downtown is like 2 blocks that way.
Oh.
There's like a 3-block area that's the rough part of town where it's kind of crappy living and sketchy people. But there's good neighborhoods on either side, and so cops are patrolling here constantly. So I'm not too worried about it. And Alec and Brianna never really had an issue. But yeah, I love the yard. It's a nice big yard.
All right.
And the neighbors are good. We've met the neighbors. They're fun. And we've turned it into a nice house. So I'm excited.
Nice. So this is Reis's crib.
This is my crib.
Yeah.
Hey, my name's Reis. Welcome to MTV Cribs.
This is all we've been doing the past several months.
This is
Nah. Well, this is all you may have been doing, or along with other stuff.
pretty much. I've either been working in this house or working at Alec and Brianna's new house. So that's basically been my life for the last few months. It's been kind of a whirlwind, but I'm done with the banking stuff now, so that's all I care.
Man, did you do your taxes?
Not yet. I'll get on it.
They extended the deadline.
They did extend the deadline, so which is hilarious to me. It's like, we'll extend the deadline, or we could, you could just not do a stimulus check and then forgive taxes for the year. And not make more money that doesn't exist. But whatever.
Anyways.
We're not gonna get political, it's my house. This is my house. We talk about what we want. So I'm very excited. It's kind of surreal because it hasn't like fully registered with me that like this is my house. I technically own this house. My name is on the property. I live here. I will be living here. So yeah. And it's gonna be kind of weird when I do move in because I have such little stuff that it'll take like a morning to move in, and then I'll be like, okay, put that in that room, and we're done. Now for the rest of the day, I can just sit here and just like register with the fact that I have a house now. But yeah, I'm very excited. And so hopefully we'll be able to get to the point where like you, Sam, and I are just hanging out in the house, and we're filming something in the house.
Yeah.
Just living in the house.
Yeah. We're just doing bachelor stuff.
Yes, doing bachelor stuff.
Yeah. How do we cook
Eating
food?
condiment tacos.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, why are you eating mac and cheese with ketchup on it? Well, because the regular mac and cheese was getting boring.
That's all we have left.
I would like to think that I have some moderate cooking ability. I don't do recipes much, but I can make food that actually tastes like food. So I hope I'll be alright. I'm hoping I'm not eating like pizza rolls every night. I really hope I don't get to that point. Who knows? Life changes when you're living on your own.
Oh, man. But yeah, this is Reis's house.
My house, big changes. So if you're wondering why we haven't been able to get together and film stuff, this is why. I have a house, Sam has an apartment, so there's been changes.
Yeah. And I'm still living in the basement.
And Kyle's living in the basement.
It's gonna be that way for a while.
We will give you another update when Kyle gets his own place.
In a few years. All right, but that's all. That's gonna be all for this video for now.
Yes. And if this is not the video that you guys were expecting, if anybody was actually waiting for a video, sorry, but it's just not happening at the moment.
Yeah, it's just not.
This was this was just an excuse for me to show Kyle my house, and then we're like, while we're doing this, let's record something. Because
Yeah.
we are still alive.
Yes.
So
We're doing just fine.
yes, we're doing better than okay, obviously.
Oh yes.
Life is changing and getting more hectic, but good things are happening. So
That's right. Yes.
yes.
Nice house. All right.